Let's make an apple watch band just in time for St. Patrick's Day. Hey y'all, it's April. Thanks for stopping by my crazy creative life. In today's video, hopefully it's just going to be a quick one, but I wanted to make another watch band for my Apple Watch. And I'm wanting it green for St. Patrick's Day, and then kind of, you know, starting to get into spring. Probably a little bit later I'll do one that's more pastel colors. But I've got everything kind of started, but I have to take it apart so I can show you what I'm doing. So I thought, well, let's just do it all together. Okay, I'm going to take off my watch band. And all you do is, on the back of your band, if you have one of these, and if you've never tried to take them off before, there is a button right there that you push down. It's hard to see, but you just push it down and then slide it out. And it will go either side. So we'll push down and then we'll slide it out. Okay, so I'm going to lay that to the side. Now, if you watched my Valentine one, which, let me move this out of the way. This was the Valentine's Day one. And by the time that I finished with it, it was a little too tight. And so I'm going to make this one a little bit bigger because I've learned from that one. And this one is, from tip to tip, it's like 5 3/4. So I think I made my string, I'll remeasure that in a minute. I think I made my string, cut my string at 6 1/2 or 7. But now, of course, that's just for my wrist. You know, you might want to do it different size for your wrist. So let's go ahead and try to get started. Now, I'm going to do this a different way than I done the Valentine's Day one. The Valentine's Day one, I looped my string over. I did like 2 strings, brought it up, looped it over, and kind of went back down, and then tied it down here. Well, I still don't have any elastic that is small enough to do that. So I got to thinking, I might try, since I've got these, this might work. We'll see. I got these. These are called clamshells because this looks like a clamshell when it's open. You know, it looks like an open clamshell. And then you've got your hook. To me, I call them Captain Hook. Because to me, it looks like Captain Hook's hands. Or the one hand, I should say. So I thought, maybe that will work. Now, I will link in the description box below where I got these. But you can get these off Temu. You can get them off of Amazon. You just have to know. You just have to know the right size of your watch. If it's, I think, what, 38 to 42 is one size. And I forget the other size. But anyway, oh no, this one is the same on both sides. Oh no, it's not. There's, okay. I don't know. You can see it in the light. Do you see that middle button is silver? And see, on this one, it's not. It's all black. But this is silver. That's the area that you press in that unlocks your watch band. So make sure that that will be on the back side of your stringing. Make sure that you know that that's the back. And see, there's that one. So I know that's the back. So it's hard to see unless that light's on it. There it is. Okay. So there's my 2 ends. I've got the back facing me. Now, I think first thing we're going to do is put our little, I don't even know what that'd be called. I guess the arm. But you put one of the hose on one end. It doesn't really matter which end. But you stick one of the hose down. And then this top end squeezes down. And they send this little gadget here that's supposed to help you put them on. You just press it down and kind of slide it in there until it pops into that top hole. And once it locks into place, you can tell because it won't come out. Oh, come on. Did I get it? There, I think it just popped into place. Yep, we're good. So there's that one. Now let's do this one. Okay, now I finally got it. You also will need, here they are, some crimp tubes. It doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter what color because they shouldn't show. Let me tell you what size this is first. But I cut this, no, I cut this right at 6 inches. So, because it's on the inside, remember when I measured it, it was from this end to this end. And so I cut my elastic wire 6 inches. So, give it a good tug, stretch it out. Okay. Now we're going to go up through that center. Put our crimp tube on, and you barely want any string poking out of that. So you want it real close to the surface. About like that. I can barely see. I don't know if you can or not, but I can barely see that string poking out. And then I'm going to crimp it down. Okay, my crimp pliers over there, but then I'm going to take it on the side and try to squeeze it together. Maybe. Okay. Now let's slide our little cutting hook. I broke it. I squeezed on it too much and broke it. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, that should be enough. I'm not going to crimp it as hard as I did a minute ago. So I pulled my little clamshell up, and we're going to gently close that back down. Okay. And then I'm going to put it, my little hook, making sure that that is going to be the front, and then the part I have to roll over, I'm going to put it on the back. So I'm sliding it this way. See, there's my little silver thing. And we're sliding it that way. And then you just take your round nose pliers and roll it on down. And just make sure that that is not open at all. I think that's closed off pretty good now. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that. Okay, so now these beads, if you watched yesterday's unboxing, well, no, it's today. I posted that today. Sorry, I did it a few days ago. For the Curated Bead Box for March 2025, it had these beads in it. So that's where I'm getting these. This is going to be kind of mixed up. I'm going to have stuff from Bargain Bead Box, stuff from Curated Bead Box, and I hope I told you that was Curated Bead Box, and stuff from my own stash, and then some stuff will be from Dollar Bead Box. It was the end of the month. I done that February 2025 Dollar Bead Box. Some of it's going to be from that. So I'll try to tell you as I go. But I started off with that yellow, green, gold thing. And this was the Curated Bead Box. And then I done one of those green seed beads that was in the kit. Then we did that funky color one. It was in that kit. And then a yellow seed bead. And repeat. Kind of wanted to end it with that one, but it's not going to work, I don't believe. Okay, so again, with our little clamshell, we're going to slide it through that middle hole. Get on up there. Okay. Oh, she scared me to death. Okay, now this time I'm going to let this go as far down as it can go on this crimp tube. Okay, I'm going to get it down, all the way down in there. Now, since this is stretchy cord, it will stretch out. Just don't stretch it out initially this far. Okay, so now I'm going to come back in here with that first notch, if I can. Let me grab it with that second notch first, if it will. Come on. Okay, I finally got it folded back over, so we'll see this time if it works. Okay, I think it's going to work that time. Now let's close back our clamshell. Okay, there, it has been a booger. I'm just taking these little pliers that's got the little round notch to kind of help with your round beads, or to make a bead round. All right, let's clip this off, hoping that it will not come off when we go to put it on. Okay, now let's lay it down, see what direction we are at. That is the back. Okay, so I want to make sure that this one is the back, and okay, and then my little hook needs to come in through the back, and roll it on down. Okay, I'm having to use like the very, very tip to get it to roll on down because there's so much metal on metal on metal. Okay, squeeze it on down to make sure. Oh, crud. Will this one move? Okay, that one moved. So we'll give it a squeeze. All right. Whew. Next one. I think I said I wanted to do these smaller ones in the middle. I first thought about doing those smaller ones on the outer edge. But I tell you what. You all know how to string beads. I'll just string on this stuff and let you watch me, because it's going to take so much time as it is if I take it out and then put it back on. So these little beads to these, and that came out of the Dollar Bead Box I got in February. It's a rondelle. Well, yeah, I think it's a rondelle. It's just a little bit taller, but it's not a bicone. Anyway, and that's what I'm using. And then these little gold bead caps I had in my own stash. And these little tiny pearls, they're probably about maybe 2 millimeter, if that. I got them. I already had them. They were in my stash as well. So, I'm going to close it off right here. April. That's... Okay. So I'm going to squeeze it off here, down here. Well, it don't really matter. Then we will put our little Captain Hook thing on. The first time, that it's always the easiest when you do it this side, because you can move that Captain Hook thing, you can move it out of the way. Now our crimp tube. And you just want a little bit of that elastic shining out. I did forget to do something. You got to pre-stretch your cord, and I didn't do that. Okay, now, crimp tube. You only want just a little bit showing. Crimp pliers. We'll go on that second notch. Okay, and then come back around and do that first notch. Okay, make sure it's holding on snug, and it seems to be. And now you want to close off your bead. And I don't know if I told you yet or not, but I will link all my tools, or at least something similar to what I use, and they'll be down in the description box below. Now, let's work on this other end. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so I've already got, that's where the stuff fell off. We've got one of those gold bead caps, and then I'm putting on one of those little green things. another bead cap, and then a little pearl. And we'll just keep doing that till we fill it up. Let's see, is that gonna be... Yeah, I think that's gonna be fine. Okay, so let's put on our Captain Hook thing. And crimp tube. And let it go all the way down. I'm gonna try to bend this down, see if I can do that again. Yeah, see if you can do that again, April. I am back. This is, I don't know how many days later, maybe even close to a week later. So I'm trying to remember exactly where I left off at. I know this strand come apart and I was like, I give up, I'll start it over later. And if you recall, I told you these little beads were the green ones. They were out of the February 2025 Dollar Bead Box. The little gold bead caps and the little tiny pearls, they were in my stash. I can try to find some and link them in the description box below. And then the next strand that we're going to do, these beads come from the Curated Bead Box, the spring blooms. So I'm using everything on this bracelet, well, watch thing, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so if you had watched my unboxing on this, you've seen I made a pair of earrings. And so I just kind of took how I've done the earrings for this strand. So we're doing we're doing one of those greens that it was like a darker green. I think they're 8mm. And then one of the marbly kind. Then another one of the darker greens. Then one of the, they had two different color seed beads. They had this green and yellow. I'm using the green. I think it's such a pretty green. And just repeating that is all I'm doing for this strand. Okay, now that should be, let me add one of those seed beads on each end. If not, I'm afraid I'm going to have a little bit of string showing, but I don't have room enough for another, you know, line of them. Okay, now, this is working. I was afraid that it wasn't working. If you get your bead cap, crimp tube really, really tight, it does work. So I think that was my struggle the other day, is I just couldn't get them tight enough. It just seemed like nothing was working that day. Okay, so we only want a little bit of string hanging out from this, because we would have to cut it off anyway. So, well, work, hands, work. Okay, now, I'm going to get my crimp tube. I'm going to get my crimp pliers. We go in that, shoot, I knocked it down. Go in that second notch. I keep moving it. Okay, and then we come around and go in that first. Make sure that that's crimped down good. But if you do it too good, then you break it. Okay, so we're just going to close our clamshell. And I found it easier to do this before you put it on here. I hope it's long enough. I'm starting to doubt myself. See, is that green? Yeah. Okay, let's grab another clamshell. Okay, if you can, what I've been doing, I get it in place where I think it's going to be. Then I try to stretch out the cord further than it should be, like that. Then take my crimp tubes, pliers, and get in there and try to get it that way. Because this second one is always so hard to crimp. Come on, you. Ouch. Okay, I think I got it. Ouch. Keep pinching myself. Let's see. I'm going to pinch that down a little further with my pliers. I need a chain nose. Okay, I think that got it. Now see, I'll have to clip that off. Okay. Okay. Also, what I have found is you roll this, before you attach it, roll it down a little bit. Not all the way, but a little bit. And then when we get it on there, we take our needle nose pliers and just kind of squish it down. Just make sure that you're on the back side, and I am. If you remember, there's the magnet, the silver looking one in the middle, and there's the silver looking one in the middle. That's the magnet. This side does not have that. So that lets you know that's the back side of the watch band. So we're going to put this on here. I may have rolled it down a little bit too far. Okay. Now that it's on there, we're going to kind of just squish it down. Okay. Same thing on this side. Well, I rolled them both down too. It'll just a little bit too much. Where's it at? Well, I don't even think I moved that one. There it is. Okay. Where am I at here? I'm trying to squish it under that bar. I think I squished that one down just a little bit too tight because I can't even hardly move it. Okay, that's a little better. Now we'll do the last one. Now these, I also got all of these except for the gold seed beads. I got all of these in that Dollar Bead Box that come with those. And I'm just doing threes. These were the melon, it was a something melon bead. So I'm putting on 3 of those. 1, 2. Knocked this down the other day and I think some of my beads went somewhere and I don't know where they went because they're missing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, then we're going to do a gold seed bead, and these seed beads are the same as the one that come in that kit. I think I got these like at Walmart. It's either Walmart or Hobby Lobby. But then we'll do a gold seed bead, and then we're going to do those emerald looking bicones, and I'm doing 3 of those. So very simple patterns, nothing too fancy. But I think it looks pretty together. I don't know if it was this video, my unboxing video. I think it was, no, I don't think it was the Dollar Bead Box. I think it was the Bargain Bead Box, the one I just opened that had all the green. Because both of these have had a lot of green. Anyway, it was one of them my mom commented on. Because I don't know if I said it on this video that green is her favorite color. Or if I said it on that one. But I noticed a little while ago she commented. She said, "Are you getting like your mom? Are you liking green?" I guess so. But, I mean, blue and purple is my favorite color. But I am liking green. So I need one more gold piece. And then here, let me do this so I'll be safe. These little things come in handy, buddy. See, it's real tight, and then you stretch it. That way, when you start to wear it, it doesn't, because see how much it's stretched out? I had like that much left, and now I've got enough for possibly 2 more rounds since I stretched it. But that's why you do that, because then you start wearing it, and then it gets all stretched out, and then you have all these gaps in there. And then that can be upsetting. I need another gold bead. Okay, that's what they were. So yeah, that was Walmart. You know what I think I'm going to do? I don't have room to put on a whole nother strand. Not me trying to put this on and everything. So I'm going to put this on. I'm going to add a gold one there. And then put on my crimp tube down there. I swear sometimes I'll be talking and what I'm saying at the time is making sense in my head, and then I go back and I edit these videos and I'm like, that didn't make sense, or April, that's only half of what you were thinking. So how's that supposed to make sense to everybody else? Or with my hick accent, my real my real thick country accent, which I guess it's not as thick as some, but with my accent, sometimes I'll say words and I go back and I'm listening. I'm like, wow, do I really sound like that? That's how I say my words, some of them. The one that I just released today, I was editing it. I had made it a few days ago too, and just getting the finished edit. And see, let me think what I said. What did I say? Well, heck, now I've done forgot what I said. But I wrote on there, I was like, it sounds like I said this, but I actually said this. What, April? I wish I could remember what that was. Oh, well, it's not that important. Okay, let's put another bead down here, a gold one. That way it starts and ends, but they're not the same size, but that's okay. Now we're going to get our lobster claw. And a crimp tube. Okay, now let's try to stretch, try to hold it in place, but stretch it. And then crimp it off. Some of these are hard, I guess because I'm not getting it right in the center. It doesn't want to go in that first and let you wrap that crimp on around. Now these chain nose pliers, they got teeth, they got grip in them. So, oops, get down there. About to squeeze that off. Finally. Okay. Now we'll have to, I don't know where my clippers are. They're here somewhere. Oh, right there they are. I'll just use my scissors though. So clip that off. Now, move all this other stuff out of the way. I'm going to roll these down, just not as, oh, wait. I forgot to close that off. Okay, there's that one. Did I do this one? I don't even know. Yeah, I done that one. Make sure it's tight. Okay, so we'll roll this down just a little bit. And this one. Make sure we're still in the back. It looks like we are. And about stuck it in the wrong spot. Come on, move. Okay. Gonna go in there. Okay, good. I didn't roll it down as far this time. Okay. Gave that a pretty good squeeze. I may have to loosen it too. I'm not sure yet. It's like you want it to hang on, but you want to be able to move it if you have to. Okay. So let it just kind of hang there. And then we're going to come up under that bar. Okay. There's that one. Wait, I think that one's wanting to come off. I think it's when I loosened a minute ago. Let me re-tighten it. Alright. There's that. Ah, dang it. Wouldn't you know, I don't even have my watch over here. I took it off a little while ago and forgot to put it back on. I'll go get it though and I'll show you the final result. Okay, here's my watch. Again, you push that in and slide it because that's where the battery goes. Make sure. Okay, I'm going to have to charge it. So, there's the battery again. It's the shiny. If you can see it, there's the two black. There's the shiny. That's not shiny. All three of those are black. So, that is the bottom. So, I'm going to slide it in. Alright, it locked in place. And I'm going to bring this one up and slide it in. And it locked in place. Now, I made it a little big on me. Ooh, I made it a lot big on me. My Valentine one was too tight, and this one I made too big. Maybe my next one will be just right. Well, April. What can I do to fix that? I don't guess there's anything I can do. Well, my daughter might like it. Anyway, that's what it's supposed to look like. It is a little big on me, but whatever. Next time I'll take my Valentine one, I'll measure it, and take that one and measure it, and then I'll kind of go somewhere in the middle. All right, well, there you go. There is, you can call it spring or St. Patrick's Day, whatever you want to consider this, Apple Watch band. So, anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a blessed rest of your night, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye. I took it off, so I got to straighten that part out. I took it off and just kind of twisted it, and then put it back on. like I said, I'll go back in there and straighten those out instead of it all being to one side. But that did let it fit me a little bit better. But like it matters now. This is actually St. Patrick's Day. I had started on this, been working on this I think a week and a half, and just now getting it out. That was not the intention, but that's life sometimes. So anyway, I want to show you that. Hey, if you like this video, you may want to check out my previous video or my previous series. Talk to you soon.